talking about the elements in the zodiac, there are 4 different elements, and one of them is fire. And just keep in mind that if I say like your zodiac sign and your sun sign Aries, and you're like, oh, I don't identify with this isn't me, da 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 da, just keep in mind that you have more than just your sun sign. A person's birth chart, go look it up, go find out what's in your birth chart. A person's birth chart will have their rising sign, their moon sign, their Venus, all the different planets and all the different celestial bodies will be in that person's chart. So you might be a sun sign Aries, but you might have a lot of Pisces in your chart, which is a water sign. So you might be more geared towards the water element video versus the fire element video. And also keep in mind that depending on what house your planets falls in is going to also change the way the element works. So for example, if you have like 3 planets in a water house, so you have like 3 planets in the 4th house, the 8th house, or the 12th house, you might be more into, or more, your fire energy might be more watered down, so to speak, because it's in a water house. So it all looks different. In astrology, you have to look at the micro, the details of it all, as well as the macro, the big picture, in order to understand astrology. But this video is just going to help you to understand it better. So let's get into fire signs, because I know if you're a fire sign, you're probably impatient. You're like, get to the point, girl. The key word for the fire elements is action. Fire signs like to do things. They like to show what they're doing, and the energy that they put their energy outward. And they are masculine signs. So don't get hung up on female or male. Don't get hung up on feminine or masculine. It's just saying, how was that energy being used? And with masculine signs, so the fire element, your energy is going to be external. You're going to be putting a lot of your energy out into the world versus being more internal and into yourself, your inner world. Does that make sense? So the 3 signs that are associated with the fire element are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the way that they carry out that fire element is going to be different because they all have different modalities, which I'll get into that later. But I just want to talk about the fire element in general. So a good way to think about elements is to look at them in nature. So in nature, fire is extremely captivating. If you see something on fire, like that's why we have pyromaniacs. They just love to see stuff just burst out into flames. There's just something that draws you in. And with people who have a lot of fire energy, you're just drawn into their energy because, again, they are putting their energy out for people to see. And so people see it, they're like, oh wow, and they get drawn into it. But just like a fire out there in nature, you can only get so close to the fire until you become consumed by it. So that's kind of similar to people who have a lot of fire in their chart, or just fire in general in their chart, is that yes, they will pull you in, but to a certain extent, you know, you can only get so close to fire signs, and they can only get so close to you. So it might be harder, or it might take more work for fire signs to be able to get close to people, get intimate with people, and for people to also get close and intimate with them, because a lot of their energy is just pushing out to people. They're not always necessarily internalizing the situation and things like that, and really being like, oh, was I being too brash with this person? Was I being too da da da? They don't have a lot of time to be sitting here going over their emotions and feelings. They're too busy trying to act out their emotions and feelings versus internalizing their emotions and feelings. And I know this is like a generalized thing. Not all Aries are impatient and don't care about you and rude. That's not the case. But just keep in mind that with astrology, there's lower vibrational and there's like younger, more innocent, I want to say, what is that? Just younger energy, and there's also more mature energy. So an Aries that you might meet as a child, as they get older, they start to learn, okay, there's a certain way I need to talk to people. There's a certain way I got to act out my passion and my energy to people to really get my point across. And as they get older, they become more mature and they're able to harness their energy and really get things done. Fire element is the ish, okay? I will tell you that, because they know how to put their energy out there. They know how to be seen by people. So on the flip side, something else to think about is when you set something on fire, what happens? You completely transform whatever was being put on fire. You completely transform that energy. So it could be destructive or it could be transformational. So you see this with a person who, these people have, you know, the fire within. It could be that person will just go out there and do stuff that you would consider to be like, you know, irrational. This is too much. Like, you're being destructive, you're being toxic. Or they could take that fiery, oh, I want to do things, I want to do this, I want to do that. They can take that energy and transform it into something amazing. That can be like, you could be like, how did you even do that? Like, where did this even come from? Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you were able to get all this done. So with the fire element, it's an energy that can be very destructive or be very transformational. But just know, fire element is touching. It's not going to be the same as it was before. Once that fire comes in and does something, it's not going to be the same as it was before. So this kind of goes to me talking about where people say, like, you know, how did you do that? Where did that come from? Fire, if you think about it, like, do we even really know what fire is? Like, where does fire come from? like, how does it go from this to this? Like, where did it come from? Then it's completely gone. Like, it's just like, wait, what happened? It's a spark. It's like the fire energy, it's like it's coming from another realm and like bringing itself here. And then it's like, okay, I'm gone. I'm coming, I'm going. Like, it's quick, fast. It's like coming out of the ethers to be here and for you to see it, and then it like goes away. So that kind of goes into that inspiration. And fire signs can be extremely inspirational to people because, once again, they exert their energy out for people to see. And once you see that fiery energy, once you see that person doing something, it takes everybody else looking at it to be like, wow, like I could do that too. Look at how that person speaks. Look at how that person performs. Look at how that person just puts themselves out there to be seen. Even if they ain't doing it the best way, they don't care. Like, they're putting themselves out there to be seen. Like, they're going to be seen. You're going to notice them. So that's very inspirational for people because it makes you want to get things done. It makes you want to do something. So again, there is a bit of mystery to the fire energy. So I want to talk a little bit about all the different signs that are under fire energy. So first you have Leo. See, the Aries gonna be like, really? The Leo, like, yeah, I want to go first. So first you have Aries. It's the first sign of the zodiac. Everybody knows Aries, you know, they just go in head first and they like to be like, look, I'm here. Like, I'm about to get this done. I'm about to do this in the third. You know, they say that Aries energy can be, like, I was watching another astrologer and they were saying like Aries energy is similar to, like, you know, just sparking. Like, it's like that initial spark of a fire, you know, like, whew, it's just the spark of the fire. It might not be sustained. It might not actually do anything, but it's going to get you activated. It activates the energy. And then when it goes into Leo is Aries is a cardinal sign. So Aries, any type of cardinal sign is going to initiate stuff. It's going to start things. So it initiates the fire. Boom. It's like you taking that match and throwing it onto something to catch fire. It's that initial spark. It starts it all off. Then once it gets into Leo, it sustains itself. It's in a fixed sign. It's like a campfire. The fire is contained. It's sitting there. You're able to sit at it and enjoy it. This is why Leos, or we see a lot of Leo energy when it comes to the performing arts, to being able to act, being able to dance, being able to go on the stage and perform, because they can captivate you and they've learned to sit down and really work on their energy and really grow that fiery energy and hone in on a skill because it's a fixed sign. They know how to sustain that fiery energy. Whereas Aries, they know how to just start it. Like, I'm going to start this and get the ball rolling. I don't know. Like, they're the ones that's like, you need to get something done. Yeah, I'm about to do it. They're the first ones to jump head first. Be like, I don't even know how to do it. They don't even know how to do it either, but they're about to figure it out. They're about to just be the first one to do it. They're not going to wait on anybody. So Aries is going to spark the flame versus Leo is going to sustain the energy because it's a fixed sign. And you're going to be able to get a lot done with that Leo energy because it's fixed. And then the last fire sign is Sagittarius, and the modality of Sagittarius is that it's mutable. it's a wildfire. That's why Sagittarius is very is associated with, like, you know, the free spirit, the person that doesn't want to be tied down. They're just out here just living their life. Because it's fire that's just taking you. You cannot contain it, you cannot control it. Once you are in that fiery Sagittarius energy, you cannot hold them down. Okay, like you just can't do it. But with that being said, with that Sagittarius, that fire energy, they know how to go the long haul. They know how to do something for an extended amount of time, and they know how to reach out really, really far and wide. So they'll not, I don't necessarily want to say an extended amount of time, but they know how to go deep and deep and deep and go in, like go wider. I don't really want to even say deep. I want to say they know how to get a wide range of information, a wide range of knowledge, or a wide range. They just know how to do a lot of things and then share it with somebody else, because it's mutable. Any type of mutable sign is going to be able to share it with people, and it's mostly going to be through their actions. So Sagittarius is very much so correlated to pastors. They can take on this wide branching thing, this philosophy, and then share it with the masses and inspire the masses to do something. That fire energy inspire you to do something based off of a wide philosophical view of something. They can share it with people. So going back to the fire element, as far as you can only get so close to them, what I want to say with that is they can be misunderstood easily. People with fire elements in their chart can be misunderstood easily, because they are bigger on what they do versus what they say. So, like, for example, Sagittarius, if you know any Sagittarius or Aries or even Leo, sometimes what they say, you be like, did you really just say that? Sometimes it comes off extremely disrespectful, extremely rude, extremely short. And you're like, you don't talk to me like that. Especially if you're an earth sign, listening to a fire sign, like, you all will be ready to fight. Because they just are really sharp. They're short with you. Like, they just kind of, if you have Mercury, even if you are like an air sign or a water sign, but you have fire in your Mercury, you are going to be misunderstood a lot. It's going to just come off like you're being disrespectful and rude. It's just because they like to just get to the point. Like, they want to just cut through the BS. Like, when something is set on fire, it doesn't take its time to burn. Like, it's going to burn. It's going to be done. It's gone. Like, I just want to get to the point. Like, where are we going with this? And it can be a misunderstanding there, because it's more so they don't necessarily talk that talk. They do it. They walk the walk. They like to act out certain things. That's why it's better in order to harness that fiery energy, to get yourself into some type of sports. I know Aries is associated with sports a lot, but because it's the competitive nature of it all. Because they want to be the first. They want to be the one that said, I did it first. With Leo, getting the Leo person into performing, into doing something creative. That Sagittarius energy, learning about a lot of different things, going out there exploring and just seeing the world for yourself is going to help you to harness and use that fiery energy to be constructive. Remember, I said fire element can either be destructive or it can be transformative. If you want to really know, like, the truth about something, or you really want somebody to just give you like the brass knuckles, like, okay, I want you to let me know what you really think, go to somebody with a lot of fire in their chart, because they're gonna burn right through the BS and be like, this is really what it is right here. See, this is what it is. Because there's a sense of, like, in general with fire, it cleanses things. It takes away the impurities of things and gets to the, you know, the bare bones of it. And also just know, like, there is a sense of warmth. I don't know why I keep saying that, but like with Leos, yes, Leos can come off cocky, arrogant, all that, but Leos can be extremely loving and caring. And but it just depends on how that Leo is. If they're very low vibration, Leo just want all the attention. But sometimes Leos could be, you know, very like attention, like, I want your attention, give me this, give me that. But they can also put a lot of attention on you because they pull into that Aquarius energy, which this is going to a whole other video. But they can be warm too. They can make you feel comfortable. Leo energy can be like, come on, like, let's all have fun. Like, they can be the life of the party. Sagittarius energy, they can really come and be like, let me show you this. Let me bring you into my world and show you how to do things. But just keep in mind that with all these signs, they do like to kind of keep their distance, because you know, it's hard to act out certain things if you have to constantly keep somebody on you. Like, you got to constantly be close to this person. It's going to be hard for me to be able to just act, you know, because sometimes, like I said, with that fire energy, it just, something about it just comes out of nowhere. They will get a vision like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. And they need to act on it. So if they're being too close to you, or if they're being like, you know, pulled in by another person, they won't be able to act out that fire within. So I think that's part of the reason why they do kind of keep their distance from people. But just don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. I'm not excusing bad behavior, because some people are just flat out need to work on their attitude problems, you know. But just learn more about it. Pay more attention to people with fire in their chart. If you have fire in your chart, I got Mars and Aries, so so yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, and also let's just talk a little bit about the signs as far as where it's exalted. So Sun in Aries is exalted. Mars, and I didn't say, did I say Mars and Aries is exalted? Mars and Aries is its home. It's the home of where Mars is supposed to be, is with Aries, where Aries is supposed to be. So Aries is ruled by Mars, and in Sun in Aries. So if you are a sun sign Aries, then that means that it's an exalted, meaning it's at its highest potential, is with that. And then also with Jupiter in Sagittarius is its home planet, so it's going to work well there. And then where is Sagittarius exalted? It's important for you to have strong, I don't want to say strong role models, because sometimes with fire energy, they can just do it themselves. They don't need nobody to look up to, you know. But I would say that if you are a fire element, like heavy person, then you need to be working on something. You need to be doing something. You need to be creative. You need to be putting your energy out there, because if you're not using your energy constructive, it can make you a very toxic person to others, because you put your energy out there. Some people, they put their energy internal, so they're more toxic to themselves. But if you are a fire element heavy person and you're not using your energy, that fiery, beautiful, action-oriented, inspirational energy in a very constructive way, you can become a person who's mean, who's bitter, who's very judgmental of others, who is you know, just some people that you'd be like, dang, like, okay, I get it. Like, you think you better than me. Okay, I get it. Like, you do this, you do that. Like, great for you. Like, you can become a person that's just like not easy to be around, because you're not doing anything. You looking out and seeing what everybody else doing and pushing your energy on them and pushing your emotions and your feelings on them, instead of you being just pushing out who you really are. Instead of you pushing out the beauty of you, the part of you that's supposed to inspire people. Fire signs are meant, people with fire element in their chart, not just fire sign like sun sign this, but people with a lot of fire in their chart, or exalted fire in their chart, or wherever you have fire in your chart, that is a part of your life where you are supposed to inspire people. You're supposed to be seen, okay? You are supposed to be seen. Like, people need to see what you're doing so that you can inspire action in other people and help us all to ascend. I feel like every zodiac sign, every element is supposed to help the others to get to another level. We're supposed to help each other to get, because we're all part of the same thing, but we all have our own individual tasks. So as a fire sign, if you find yourself being low vibrational and things like that, it's important for you to have something that you want to share with the world and really work on that, okay? And make sure you're not in that energy of being judgmental and being like just nasty with people, rude and short and just like you know, hothead energy. Sometimes that hothead energy is needed because it gets people to do stuff. It makes people do stuff. But sometimes you guys gotta watch it, because sometimes it comes off as you being a straight a-hole. Let's just be honest, okay? I love my fire signs. I love that fire energy, but it could be straight a-hole energy if you get where I'm coming from. Let me know in the comment section. Yes, you. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and go check out the other elements based off your chart. Maybe you have more than just one element in your chart. I love you all. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.